Welcome back, everybody, to Duckman Cycles MPW Garage. I'm your host, the Duckman, and this is
Rob.
Rob. Well, Rob, looks like you got a new project here.
Yeah, another one.
Another one. Aside from all the Jeeps. Now, you guys might remember Rob from some of the Jeep videos we did in the past, as well as the Sandrail stuff.
My favorite.
That we did, what, as far back as like 6 years ago, I guess it was.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think I even had my Eleanor yet at that time, so that's how long ago that one was. So 6, 7 years ago, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But you've got two Jeeps at home right now, a CJ5 and a CJ7 that we're going to be working on soon. But you've recently acquired this.
Yeah. My second Beetle.
Your second
Third
Beetle.
VW.
Well, what is this?
This is a 72 Super Beetle.
Right.
Wagon rod.
Volksrad?
Volksrad. Yeah.
Volksrad. It's a flat windshield Super Beetle for those that are looking at this here. You notice by looking at it, yeah, that's right. It is a flat windshield Super Beetle. And you can tell it's a Super Beetle by looking at that front end and seeing just how wide that hood is, in addition to having a strut front suspension. Also, when you open up the spare tire area, you see it lays flat. It doesn't stand vertical. So this is a Super Beetle. So all the naysayers that are watching this video that'd like to tell me that it's not, because there's always those guys that are out there.
I'm the guy that doesn't know.
There's always people that tell me that I'm wrong. Every time that I pull out a Super Beetle with a flat windshield, that 71, the blue one,
Yep.
which you still have.
My first Beetle.
Yep, you still got that one. That one's also a flat windshield Super Beetle. So they're truly unique and special. They only made them for 2 years, 71 and 72. Church bells are going off, so we're just going to talk right on through it. And you acquired yourself here a Volksrad with all the fenders removed from it. What's your plans for it? What would you like to do?
Well, we're going to get it. First, we're going to get it running, registered, and then we're going to go ahead and play with it. See what else I add to it. A little bit here, a little bit there. Not a new paint job, but probably a paint job to match and blend. I kind of like the silver look with the natural metal and the swirls in it.
Yeah.
But what I don't like are things
coated.
like some of the fingerprints and some of the rust spots. Which there's fingerprints. I guess it's on the back.
Fingerprints.
So,
I hadn't
we
noticed
could go
that.
totally figure out who did this by their fingerprints. There they are.
Are they actually in the paint?
No, it's in.
Oh, I see. It's in the rust.
Metal.
Yeah, when they, okay, whoever it was had salty, greasy fingers, I guess, when they were sanding it, and they left themselves some fingerprints. And that's prior to the clear coat, because it does appear it has a clear coat on it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. After with this humidity here, and then the salt air down the street.
Yeah.
You know, it definitely would have
Yeah, you're
a lot more rust.
real close to the water over here, that's for certain. But otherwise, this is a virtually no rust car.
Yeah, it seems to be in top notch. I mean, I can see a little bit here and there, but that's about it.
Yeah, I looked up underneath and I checked the floors. It's the first time I did. And I don't think I saw any actual holes. I mean, it might be a rust spot or two, but it didn't look like they were rusted through. Yeah. Just surface rust stuff.
Kind of luck that I get with stuff like this.
This is actually a good platform for building off of. I mean, even if you chose to put the fenders back onto it and we weld a new back end on there, we could turn it back into a full Beetle again.
I think you could, but I think I like it like this.
You like it like this?
I like it different. You know,
it is that.
Things that are things that stand out is what I like. I don't like boring blending in things. Those are the things I do very minimum to. Turn around, flip them, get rid of them.
I hear you there.
I can make a faster profit. I just happen to have the luck.
Yeah, it looks like it's got an upgraded carb on here. I think that's a 40mm Weber, in which case it might be a 1776 engine or better. I wouldn't know for sure unless we pop the heads off of it, but once we get it running and we drive it, if it's got a little more kick than a regular Beetle does, then we know for sure that it's
yeah, well, no, we know I like
there.
to pull wheelies with my things.
You can try, but not with all those parts in the front end. That's going to weigh you down a little bit.
We're definitely we're gonna lighten that up by spending the money that we make off of that and spend it on this. And
that's it. We'll separate out those parts. There's a lot of good things to be had in there. But this looks like it's a great project. And probably a very minimalist project. I mean, it looks like all it really needs is to be gone through to be made to run. I did get to sit in the captain's seat and drag behind you with a rope, and I got to see that the brakes were working, but not well. It felt like it's been sitting for a long time, and it just got a little bubbles in the line or something.
I can see the discs, I can see the rust on it.
Yes, yes.
I think a lot of this stuff I want to go through, clean it up, and whatever colors we can pull out of it. I like different colors on vehicles. As my first Jeep was, I ended up paying for the license plate misspelled, but Crayola. And it had a lot of different colors, and that's what stood out.
So you want to make it a Technicolor Dream Coat is what you're saying?
I guess so. I guess that's what you can call it. But I want to make it look clean, and I want to make it stand out, and I'm going to drive it with the for sale sign on it. So that way, you know, summer's coming up, spring will be here real quick.
Yeah.
And I want to have it going before that, so that way it'll stand out. Because I've got a lot of vehicles, I got to lighten this load. So I've also got that truck there.
Yeah, another Ford there.
There's another Ford truck over there.
over there, yeah, yeah.
I've got 4 trailers. I can't even keep up with
another Beetle and 2 Jeeps.
Yep.
A jet ski.
Jet ski. I forgot all about that thing.
Well, you're welcome. I reminded you.
Yeah, it's staying on a trailer that had the axle pop off.
But this, I could probably run through it in a couple weeks and get it running. I don't see why not. Go through the brakes, make sure everything's working on it. This might be a slam dunk. I mean, to get this thing up and running, it's just a matter of paperwork after that.
Yep.
You can
We're gonna probably have it as soon as we get the paperwork from the owner, the previous owner. And then I'll go ahead and I'm gonna go try to get it registered while you're trying to get it running.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
So that way, as soon as it's gone, it's good. It's gone.
It looks like a lot of fun.
You know me, I like fun.
Yeah.
It's gotta be fun. That's why I don't do boring. We're gonna bring out all the colors of the springs. I've got a couple of things that I've learned about making colors with, or you know, rubbers and stuff. The way we bring out the colors and things with heat and different chemicals.
You've actually got a brand new set of struts in the car. You could just replace them if you want.
I could.
I think they were real fancy looking even, so I don't know what
they're
the big
really
difference
nice,
is.
but what I'm thinking about those is when I do the next project, we're going to go ahead and use them on that one.
On another stupid Beetle, huh?
Another stupid Beetle.
Stupid Beetle.
Well, I think they're only stupid because the stupid guy buys this shit.
Well, what does that make you, mister?
That's me.
There he is.
But I like it. It's got a lot of neat stuff on here I'd like to use on other vehicles, but I want to sell this one the way it is. It's unique and I like it.
I think it'd be a quick flip, too. I mean, there's a lot of demand for these right now. I mean, probably a little more demand if it had all those fenders on it, especially with the fact that it's so rust-free. Well, so you might want to double think that. If you're going to do some paint work on it and stuff, then maybe...
If I'm worried about fenders and stuff, we'll go ahead and get the blue one. We're going to get that one going, too. So it's going to be the next video.
Okay.
I think we're going to go ahead and get that one tied up and ready. I got to get an engine for it. So I'm trying to find engines and get that one going. Put a quick little paint job on it, or try to restore that powder blue. And,
powder blue that's on it. I think it's rattle can blue, actually.
I think it's like a bad baby blue that's going to have something done. But it needs to be cleaned up and gone through. It's already got its fenders, but I don't think I want the fenders on this one. I think I like it.
You like it the way it is, huh?
And I'm sure we got enough people with rich kids that are punk rockers that think there's something else, and they'll buy it.
That's a neat little car. Yeah. It's just got a unique stance about it. I think that it has a lot to do with where the headlights are mounted on it. It's not something that I see too often. Usually people put them up on the axle beam instead, and usually put the axle beam way out in front of the hood even, and I don't really care for that look too much. This one kept the stock wheelbase. Yeah. It's all stock components on there, which makes it cheaper and easier to work on for that matter. Yeah,
I think some paint in different areas, like the front where it's like multicolored there.
Yeah, down below on the front apron.
Yep, I think maybe hitting all this this brushed metal look and then recoating it, getting some of that rust off. I don't really like the rust. That you know, if the whole thing was rusted, that's one look, but that is not the look for this.
You know, it's actually, you know, don't knock it. You may not like it, but it's not a bad patina. Yeah, that's not bad. That's really not bad. Yeah, it is coated, but looks like it came through the coating here, like it was rusting underneath it and it flaked through.
Yeah, I know there's a look that's it's a surface rust look.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I would knock that. You know, when you got the for sale sign on it, it might wind up selling just like it is before you get that far.
We'll get a list on everything we're gonna do. So hey, I mean, if you see the video and you want to buy it, you can buy it before we do anything besides getting running. I want everything I have to be running in an operational order.
I mean, just for a rust-free car. It's got 4-wheel disc brakes on it also, front and rear. For those of you that don't want to believe me, there they are. See, look at that. So if you say Beetles don't have rear discs, this one does.
It's good for stopping. We'll clean all that up. We'll clean that rust up for sure.
Yeah, it just needs a good cleaning. The whole thing just needs a going over. Just go through everything, and I don't even think you needed door seals. I mean, even the window rubbers look pretty good. They're installed wrong. I can fix that, but that's not a big deal.
Yeah, that's a little pull out there.
But Oh, you know what? There are no door rubbers. You'll need some. Not a big deal. I think I have a set at home.
Oh, cool.
That'll get you going. That'll get you going. But yeah, the window rubbers all look like they're new. They're still soft even. You can still flex them.
Yeah.
Use that. Yeah. There you go.
I'll try and... These are
There's the struts.
the struts you was talking about.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
Look at that.
Very nice looking. I mean, we put them on. I gotta raise prices, but I don't want to do that. I want to use these for another one. The next one I do, I want to do like...
It's an adjustable too.
Yeah, that's nice. That might be for my sand rail.
Actually, is that right for on here? I don't think that's the right strut.
Well, if it's on there.
I don't think it is. I think they're different.
Oh, they are different.
Yeah, they are different.
Maybe that's why they're in there.
Yeah, they got a completely different mounting base on them. I don't know what that's for.
It's for my sand rail.
It's gonna be.
I'll be building that one from beginning to end. And that one's gonna be probably something that I keep unless the right price comes in. That's gonna be either all stainless steel tubing or aluminum tubing, double aluminum. So I haven't figured that out yet, but I'm waiting for our shop to do that.
Yeah, we'll get the shop together before we start building some of the big stuff. But we do have a small sand rail, which maybe you could tear that up in the meanwhile.
Well, maybe we can work on that one together. And
yeah, I've got that in the yard. That just needs rolling suspension and an engine.
Yeah, some for us to argue over while we build it. That'll be a turnaround sale.
Dig around in the yard. I'm sure I've got everything to do it except for a complete engine, but even that I can come up with.
Yeah, we'll put them all together.
Yep.
There's some neat parts in here, though.
It has all kinds of stuff in this car. I mean,
it's got half a safety glasses. Yeah, there's a wall too.
It's a one-eyed person. Yeah. It's a turn signal switch.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's turn signal switch.
Used to have something like this in my sand rail, which was left brake and right brake, so you could turn real quick.
Turning brake on steering column. I've never seen that.
It's a left hand.
Yeah, but that goes in the steering column. That'd be really funny. Yeah, if your turning braker on a steering column would be kind of neat too. Think about it.
Not impossible.
No, it's not. That would be convenient because your hands stay on the wheel the whole while.
What's that? Anti-lock brake system?
I don't know. Flip it over. What is it? What the hell is that? It's not typically found on a Volkswagen. Amplifier output. Solid core spark plug wire. Something about RPMs. I don't know what the hell that is. I'm gonna have to do a little research here.
That's gonna be fun.
During installation, disconnect battery. It's going to the coil. It's definitely something with ignition system, but I don't know why this would be. Oh, you just found it. There it is. Okay. It's some type of MSD ignition box. Yeah, this is the distributor that goes with it. Now I understand what it is. That's your standard 009 distributor.
Oh, they plug in like that? There's a male-female connection? Yeah, some brakes.
Yep.
One caliper. You only need one to stop the car. You even got a clutch. Look at that.
Got a clutch under there?
Yeah.
Oh, a disc? Yeah, it's still good. Yep, still a lot of meat left on that one.
Oh, yeah, there is. That's when I knew I had to replace them on my Jeep.
Yeah, when the rivets start rubbing.
I actually had the bolts come free on one. I was like, what is that clanking sound? And I ended up having somebody tell me that clanking sound is not good for you. You need to get that stopped right away. So I drove around the corner of my house, took it apart, and the clutch was actually, the nut was off of it. And it was just flopping around there, clanking around. Yep, forgot to put Loctite on it. Not me, my friend that I bought it off of.
Well, one more thing for those of you that are asking, because I'm sure you're going to look at the video and you're going to say, this guy lives in a complete dump. This is not a dump. This is actually a house under construction. This is a work site. He just happens to have the car parked here for the minute. But yeah, this house rather, was a complete burnout. They lost almost the last half of the house. And it burned so badly and so hot that it melted the siding over here. So for those of you that are wondering what's going on here.
Showing the trees.
Yeah. Are the trees burned up too?
Well,
oh, I see. They're all burnt on the one side. Yeah. Got a little cooked. Yep.
Burnt that tree completely up. Burnt that one up pretty good.
And the fence, of course, was all burned down. See that side's of the trees all burned out.
The crazy thing, it was a block building with just the wood trusses on the top. And somebody set the fire on the inside by accident. They think this is a rehab house. So So the fire went up into the gable end, and this is a vinyl house with no sheetrock, and that's why sheetrock's important, because it's a fire block.
Yeah, it's fire retardant.
It had no plywood on the outside. It had
Gypsum doesn't burn.
Thermal ply, and the top axis went right through the roof.
Incredible. Incredible. And you can see what's left of the fence over here. A lot of it's been replaced at this point, but all burned out of there. Yeah. And you can see some of the stakes over there all burnt out. Well, that's what's going on here for those of you that are wondering. This is not Rob's house. He doesn't live in this kind of place that looks like this.
Even though the vehicles I get look like it.
No, this one's really cool. This one's supposed to look like that.
Yeah, that's what I like about it.
Got a nice set of centerline rims on there, too. Looks like it was Chevy pattern.
Yeah, I could probably part the whole thing out and make a ton of money, but I think it's already there. I think I just get it running, we'll go. We'll work on that.
Well,
I think Glenn could have it running in under a few hours. Did with the Blue
sometime
Beetle.
During the day, I guess. It depends what we run into. Yeah, the Blue Beetle was actually really easy.
Yeah, you had that running on, what, under an hour?
Yeah, I put gas and battery in it, we turned the key. It had enough oil in it. There was no water.
And the guy said it was running when he parked it. He just ran into some problems, and man, that was a steal.
And he seemed like a nice enough guy, too. I trusted him. You know, he just wanted it gone, so.
Yeah, well, he didn't want it gone. City ordinance.
He had a lot of shit in his yard.
Yeah, they were building a brand new house next door to his, and of course those people complained, and that had to go. And my timing was perfect because I had just bought the first Jeep, not my first Jeep, but the first Jeep that I have at the yard.
Yeah.
And Glenn and I had a thing with engines. I traded him a VW engine. He gave me a VW engine, and I gave him a Jeep engine. A decade ago.
Yeah, it was 6 years ago.
Yeah, longer, but
it's when you let the shop go. So that was about 6 years ago. 7?
Yeah.
Right about what time you found you got sick.
Yep, had cancer.
Yeah.
And we traded then, and then his engine sat, and my engine went. I had gone through quite a few of them, and then we went ahead and
got the Jeep engine back.
Jeep, and I wanted the new Jeep engine in there, and he said, all right, an engine for an engine. The next day I drove by, he's like, you know what, I'm going to knock on this door. This guy's got stuff on top of his car. And the first thing I looked at was to see if the engine was there. And I called him up. His wife gave me the phone number. She said, yeah, he wants to sell it. He called me up. And he told me, yeah, well, you know, I want it. All right, I'll take it. Didn't even argue with the price. I knew it was worth it. And that's one thing I don't do.
Yeah, he called me about 8 o'clock that morning, and he said, hey, what? I got you an engine. Next thing I know, I ended up with a whole car in the yard.
Yep.
And that engine, of course, got transplanted into the ATVW.
Yep.
Which I've still got in the yard. I need to get that going. Tomorrow was supposed to be Cars and Coffee. I was thinking about taking it there, but I just didn't have time to put it back together. Doesn't need much. Just needs a little love.
Yeah.
That's just I don't have time this week, so maybe the next one.
Yeah, I give it enough love to tap it out the door.
Oh! Well, I guess that's it for today. So we're going to wrap up this video. Way all the way over there.
Yep, it's gonna be fun.
There you go.
We're driving around for a bit.
That's it. So, likey, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to plug the dingle belly so you get updates every time I upload a video. Check out DuckShit.net for all my different social media links. You're going to start seeing a lot more of Rob coming up soon, and we'll probably add Rob's links to the website just as soon as we get some links for him. Because he's not an internet guy.
No.
Not at all.
That's what I got him for.
You actually do have a Facebook, but I think that's all your social media, isn't it?
Yeah, that's about it, and I don't even do much work to that anymore. I'm too busy working. I've always got different projects, so you don't know if I'll be doing a car or a building or landscaping or what I'm doing. I just I get bored with one thing and I hop onto another, but I still do it all.
Always working on something. Same over here.
High-end cabinets, trim carpentry, trim out mansions.
And you'll see some of that coming up when he gets his YouTube together. But anyways, that's enough for today. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.
Love you guys.